Hello everyone, this is Professor DePaulo welcoming you to Site 265, fully online. And today I'm going to give you the brief overview of the course. So what do we need to succeed in Site 265? First thing you want to do is look at the course information tab for the syllabus. Well, actually, technically, the first thing you want to do is read the introductory message that you'll see at the top. And then once you're good with that, there should be a video that you're watching right now. And you want to look at the syllabus under the course information tab. So the first thing you see is the Launchpad registration and the syllabus. So let's start with the syllabus first. It's a 4-hour course, and you can contact me through email. Email is much better than phone. My office hours are Monday, Wednesday, and probably Friday. So Friday I have to kind of figure out when I'm going to do a Zoom office hour, but it's probably going to be early afternoon on Zoom. So if you want to contact me through Zoom, that'd be great. If not, I'll be on campus Monday and Wednesday afternoons. And this is a research course, so I want you to just read through these student learning outcomes because they're important, but they're not really that important for me to spend that much time on. What's very important here is the required reading. So I want you to read Discovering the Scientists Within, second edition, and Launchpad. So that's the textbook. The book is available at the BMCC bookstore, but you don't have to buy it there. What you can do is just buy the Launchpad online with the ebook. So if you get the ebook and the Launchpad online, you pay less than if you get the book, the textbook in loose leaf form with the Launchpad. The bottom line is you need a Launchpad. The Launchpad is where you're going to do your homework, online homework. And so you can purchase your Launchpad online, and I'll show you where you can do that in a second. Now with Launchpad, you get a 2-week free trial, but you have to pay for the full product afterwards. Use the same email address that you used for the 2-week free trial. And I think the Launchpad is a very effective product. I mean, I feel bad making you buy something, but I think to make the course better and for you to learn more efficiently, the Launchpad is going to help you. I've done it myself. I like it. It helps me. Not that I need help, but I mean, I think it's a very helpful product for the course, especially given that it's an online course and it's kind of hard for me to really monitor you over time. You kind of have to be self-disciplined for the course. The Launchpad forces you to do the work every week, and that's important. Now, the keys here besides the Launchpad is to do everything under the weekly guide. So you'll see a weekly guide tab here in Blackboard. And every week you have assignments. So you click on the weekly guide tab, you see the top here, this tells you what you have to do this week. Chapter 1, read the text, here are the pages. These are the assignments, Launchpad, the welcome unit in Chapter 1 in Launchpad. And these assignments are due at this date and this time. And then if you just scroll down, you'll see the video lecture. These are all on YouTube that I've made for you. So you should watch them every week. Here are the lecture slides, in case you want to have something like to sort of take notes on. I actually print out the slides for you. So you have the lecture, you have the slides. I really should emphasize watching the lecture because the lectures take a long time for me to make, and I think they're effective. I mean, they may not be the most exciting content in the world, but I think they're helpful. More so than just the slides. Then you have Launchpad, 2 assignments, and then I want you to watch these 2 videos, which you can just do here. Or if you click on them, it'll take you to YouTube. Now to do the Launchpad, you can just click on Launchpad assignment. It brings you here. And you need to create an account. So I have an account already, but you don't. So you need to create an account. You need to enter your information here, hit next, It'll go through the steps. It'll have you purchase Launchpad. You get a 2-week free trial, but you're required to do the homework for the entire semester, so you have to purchase it eventually. If you're using one email with the free trial, make sure you use the exact same email address when you buy it. Otherwise, my gradebook becomes a disaster because there's multiple people. Right, so make sure you're using the same email address for the free trial as you do for the full purchase of Launchpad. This is very easy to purchase. You get the ebook with Launchpad, so you can read the text online. And most people read the text online these days. I do. I read everything online these days. So this is should be too much of a problem. But if you want a hard copy of the book, if you want something to hold in your hands, then you need to go to the BMCC bookstore and get the Launchpad with the loose leaf version of the text. That's a little bit more money, but if you need something to hold in your hands, that's the way to go. So that's how you register for Launchpad. Very simple enough. Now, if you want to look at Launchpad's assignments, let me show you that right now. So once you register, you'll get your email and your password, and you log in. It takes you to the course, and this is what Launchpad looks like. So you have all the chapters that are and the due dates. And if it says blue here, it says to do, that means you have to do it. Right? And these are the due dates that each assignment is due. So you want to click on it, and you want to do the assignment. So you click on the row here, and then read whatever is on this page, and you're done with that. And it'll turn green, it'll say done. And then once it's green, you click on the next blue one. And this asks you to do a quiz here, and if you do that, it'll say done, it'll have your score. So you want all of these to be green, basically, eventually. You want all these to be green. If they turn red, that means you didn't do it on time. So these are due each week. If you miss the deadline, you get a 0. Now, if you have something to do in your life or something crazy happened, you couldn't get to it, I don't know, something happened, you couldn't do the homework, you need to let me know so I can give you an extension. I do not like giving extensions. I want you to do the work each week. Now, if there's a crisis, of course, I'm willing to work with you. But if it's not a crisis, you should be doing the work every week. You cannot just do the work at the end of the semester like you can in some online classes. I will not allow that. And actually in the syllabus, I point out that I will not accept any assignments after a certain date. And in this case, that date is December 4th, this semester. I will not take any assignments, even things I've agreed to let you make up. Nothing gets turned in after December 4th because I need time to grade. I can't be getting the assignments during finals week. Some students were doing this. This is just crazy. It's makes my life impossible. So December 4th is the end date for any kind of makeup assignments that I have approved. You need my approval to make up things. So the bottom line is, to do well in this course, do the work each week. You'll be fine. And do the Launchpad. Click on the Launchpad. If you want to read the book online, you just click on Launchpad here, and it gives you the page to read. This is just the title of chapter 1, so there's not much here. But then click on the next part here, and it gives you more to read in the ebook. You just scroll down, or you can have the book read to you. That's the ebook. Or you can click on ebook here, and that gives you the same thing, but as a whole chapter. It just gives you the written part. So whether you do it through the Launchpad interface or you click on ebook, you have the whole book here for the 3 months of the semester you have. Now, you won't keep the book past 3 months. Most of you won't care, though. So if you want a permanent copy of the book, buy the loose leaf copy with the Launchpad from the bookstore. If you want something to take forward. Most of you won't care, though. You want to be done with research, you're done with research. You will get research again down the line, which will be done research at BMCC. So that's Launchpad, very easy to work. Make sure to do the assignments each week. Weekly guide, every week, do the to-do list. And make sure you go through all this and complete all of this. Make sure you watch the lecture. Make sure you do the Launchpad. Make sure you watch the videos. If you do all this, you're done with week 1. Go back to weekly guide. Week 2, you have more stuff. Here you have more reading, Launchpad Chapter 2, and discussion board number 1 here. And this is the due date. So here you have 2 assignments. Week 1 you had Launchpad. Week 2 you have Launchpad and discussion board. Here's discussion board. Here's Launchpad. If I want to do the discussion board, click on it. Make sure you create thread. Here's the prompt. Put your answer in the box here. And then put discussion board 1 or something like that. And make sure you put your response in the box. Do not attach documents. Make sure everything's in the box. And then you hit submit here at the bottom. All good. Very easy. Very easy course to navigate. I've spent many years designing the course to try to make it as easy as possible. So just do the weekly guide. Week 2, do the weekly guide. Week 3, same thing. Do everything that's up here. If you do everything like this every week, you'll be fine. If you don't do the work, you will not be fine. I'm pretty reasonable, but I expect you to do the work. If there's a problem, email me. Do not call my office. Forget about that. Just email me. I'll get back to you right away. I get back sometimes within minutes, depending on what I'm doing. I'll get back to you on my phone. I don't have to even be in front of a computer. I check my email consistently. Even on weekends. I mean, weekends, depending on what I'm doing, I try to avoid it sometimes, but every couple hours I'll be checking it. During the week, I check it more vigorously. So reach out to me. If you need to in a quick answer, fine. If you need a Zoom appointment, make a Zoom appointment. If you want to meet me in my office on Monday or Wednesday, we can do that too. Whatever you want to do. I try to be available within reason. I do not do mornings though. Nothing in the morning. Not a morning person. Afternoons, late afternoons, early evenings, even late evenings. If I'm home, I'm not available in the morning though. I'm not a morning person. I had to do mornings when I was doing corporate years ago, and it was horrible. Meetings at 7 a.m. Ugh. I want to try to avoid reminding myself of this, so I'm not doing mornings. So that's basically the deal. Do the weekly guide. When the exams come, the exams are multiple choice. They're online. I give you a study guide for both exams. And then the final thing is the paper. So you have the discussion boards. There's 10 of them during the semester. You have the Launchpad every week, and then you have the paper. Right? So the paper is an APA manuscript. So let's go back to the syllabus. So for the research paper, I have you write. I collect data for the class. I analyze the data myself, so I'm not having you do any statistics on the data. I will do that for you. What I will have you do with the data, and the topic of the semester, and I've been doing this the last couple semesters, is COVID. I know everyone's sick of COVID, but I'm a health psych person, so I'm not really sick. I'm sick of people dying of COVID, but I'm not sick of like studying COVID and why certain people follow the directions or follow public health guidance and why certain people don't. And there's a variety of reasons, whether you agree or disagree with the experts, the CDC, all that stuff. Some people just will refuse to socially distance. They refuse to wear masks. They refuse to get vaccinated, and I want to know why. Sort of why are people like this? So, is there any way we can predict people that refuse to follow the directions, the health guidance versus people that don't? Because eventually we're going to have something worse than COVID, and we're going to have to be a lot better dealing with it than we are with COVID. Because, even if it was something that was like smallpox, I'm not talking about monkeypox, smallpox, which is highly contagious and has been eradicated from the earth since the late 70s. Smallpox is extremely contagious and a lot more deadly than COVID. So if something like smallpox took effect, we'd be in serious trouble. And we had to bring people out to get vaccinated. I mean, the U.S. government can't find enough smallpox vaccine to even vaccinate people for monkeypox, which is a much, much less serious problem than smallpox is. The vaccine on smallpox works for monkeypox, but you can't compare them. Smallpox has a 1 in 3 fatality rate. Monkeypox doesn't. COVID doesn't either. COVID is around 1%. Maybe a little higher depending on what data you look at, but smallpox is at minimum 20%. So imagine dealing with and we have dealt with it before. If you go back several decades, we had smallpox. We had to deal with it. People got very sick, people died. But imagine something that was even more lethal than smallpox or more contagious than smallpox, and it can be transmitted more easily. So imagine something like COVID, transmitted like COVID, like Omicron, but had the fatality rate of smallpox. That would be big trouble for us, right? And we'd have to get better at what we did. We'd have to figure out how to change things up. So I'm giving you sort of a justification for why I'm interested in looking at COVID and the response to COVID, the health behaviors people take, and why it's a serious issue moving forward in the future. So I'm going to collect data, survey data on that for the class, and you're going to write up the paper based on this study, this online survey we're going to do. So you're going to write up the introduction, the method, the discussion, and then the title, the abstract, and the references. I'm going to write the results for you. So you're going to write these rough drafts, like the introduction first, and then you're going to submit them, and I'm going to grade them, and I'm going to give you feedback. And then at the end of the semester, I want you to revise everything and submit one final paper, the whole manuscript together. So you're going to submit, title page, abstract, intro, method, results, discussion, references, all together. And then your final grade is going to be 50% for the rough draft grades and 50% for that revised paper. I want you to revise the paper based on my suggestions that I'm going to give you on each of the rough drafts. I want you to put a big amount of effort. I want you to really try in the rough drafts. That's why I'm grading 50% for the rough drafts. So I want you to put time and effort into it. I don't expect anything perfect. What I expect is time and effort. And I can definitely tell time and effort. I know when someone's put a week into something or several days into something versus an hour. It's very clear to me. So I will give you suggestions and feedback, and you will integrate that feedback and suggestions into your final paper. So make the changes I'm asking you to make. A lot of students don't do this. I want you to do this. And that's the paper. And pretty much that's it. The grading is right here. 20% final, 20% midterm, 25% launchpad, discussion board 10%, the paper 25%. I do not give incompletes because students abuse them. If you have a serious problem during the semester, reach out to me and make arrangements. We can work out something. But do not come to me just asking for incompletes, because this happens constantly where students want incompletes for everything. And it's just not right. The incompletes because for no reason. They didn't do the work during the semester and now they want an incomplete and they want 3 months to make it up. one, they don't deserve it in a lot of cases, and two, even when I have given incompletes in the past, students have not done them, or they do them the last minute and they just submit everything at once and they expect me to grade everything and change their grade within half a day, and that's impossible. So as a result of this problem with incompletes with students, I decided I'm just not giving them. So I will not give them. If you have a problem during the semester, come to me. Let me know. We'll work something out. I may change. If you need to withdraw, you withdraw. Take it when you have more time. If you need an extension because something bad has happened or there's something going on, let me know. I am flexible, but I am also not going to be run over by everybody asking for last minute stuff. I want you to do the work during the semester. But I'm pretty reasonable to deal with as long as I know you're trying and you're not trying to do everything at the last minute. I'm not a big fan of that. So that's pretty much it for the introduction of the course. I hope you have a good semester. I hope that you enjoy the course. I hope that you learn something. If you have any questions, please let me know. And we'll be seeing each other online in the future when I start posting stuff on the introduction, the method, and all that stuff. So please reach out to me if you need help with anything or have any questions. If not, happy to have you in the course, and good luck this semester. I'll see you down the line.